This all got started last week on a Sunday. It's been about 5 days since I acquired this New York strip and left it in a jar in my truck. It sat there nearly the entire time. No lid on the jar, just there to air out. And basically been dry aged. Look at this meat. It's got nice and fizzy. You need a haircut, my man. We'll take care of that. It's a regular run-of-the-mill grain-fed. Nothing special. Just a nice little cut of beef here. We're going to try it out. It's got white mold. It's got fuzzy mold. It's got weird little dimple thingies. Little bumpiness. Seems like under extra moist conditions, get a lot more bacterial. But under the dryness, seem to get a lot more fungal activity going on here. I had this sucker folded in half in the jar the whole time. Look at the interior. Nothing going on in here. Nice, fresh, delicious looking meat. Interesting. Alright. About to find out. Woo! This thing's smelling great. So, I got a comment from one of my viewers. And he was asking, since he works at a butcher shop, if he could eat the meat that was left out by the night crew. It's actually day 8 now. I was going to eat it on day 6. But it took me too long to build up the courage. The wife ended up coming home from lunch. I hid the steak in the closet, And I was planning on eating it after she left and went back to work. But she informed me that she was too sick to go back to work. She'd already told her boss and she was staying home. So my little buddy here just had to camp out in the closet. And until Saturday, my wife proclaimed, "What the hell is in that closet in the bathroom?" And I immediately confessed to this luxurious piece of meat that I'd been stashing. I assured her not to worry, and I would quickly dispose of the fungally goodness. Now, I'm a little hesitant because I've eaten a lot of bacteria-ridden meat. I know that stuff is incredibly good and always does me great, but I've never chowed down on some fungulated meat. So this is going to be a new experience. So we're going to follow the protocol for new experiences and new foods, and we're only going to taste a little bite and then see how that sets on us. And if it goes over well, then we can finish this steak off tomorrow. But if it goes horribly, then we just keep taking little bites until we see if our digestive comes around, and if it doesn't after like the 3rd try, then we'll scrap the project. How often do you have a meal that you don't want to touch with your hands? And so it was folded in half. Yeah, we talked about this earlier. So let's just go right up out of the middle here. Hair on your meat puts hair on your chest. No, that's some actual hair. I'm not too worried about it. It's been purified by fungus. I'm looking forward to giving you this incredible flavor portfolio. It doesn't smell bad. Like, it has a little bit of odor, but since it was dry aged, there's not a lot of moisture, and the fungus has a funk, but nothing like the bacteria. Oh my gosh. So chewed it a few times for flavor and just swallowed it down. Kind of tastes like some old deck boards. Or, kind of had that dry powderiness on the outside from the mold. I just don't know what to think about this sometimes. Like, I'm here blowing people's minds by eating this nasty meat, but my mind is getting blown too.
The old high meat's coming right along.
A real man's maggoty high meat. I know the meat's ready once these maggots start turning into flies. When I first started it, some maggots got in here, but I kind of left it in the direct sunlight, and they all kind of died. You see, they got nice and big and fat, but there's the dead maggot carcasses. And so I just continued aging the meat, and eventually a few more little maggots got into the meat, but not very many. And then one day I went to the grocery store, and dang it, I forgot to put the lid back on the jar. When I came home, first thing I checked on was my high meat, and there was a little clutch of eggs perched right on top of this flesh. Let's check on the old high meat project. Can you see them squirming around in there? They're getting pretty big. Now, I left the lid off the other day and forgot about it. I went to the store and thought, oh crap, I forgot to put the lid back on. But I couldn't just turn around and go straight home. That would alert the wife to my project, and she's not a fan of high meat. I wonder why. But when I got home, I found a little clutch of eggs that were laid right on top of my meat. So the previous maggots that were in here I had left the jar in direct sunlight, and they got toasted. See all the little maggot corpses laying around the meat? Those are the old guys. They didn't make it. But this new batch, they're going strong, and I'm keeping them out of direct sunlight. Right now they're all kind of hidden up inside the meat. See? They don't like being disturbed. But I find them useful because us high meat fermenters love keeping our meat anaerobic. And as long as these guys are alive, I know there's plenty of oxygen on my meat. If the oxygen levels drop, they're going to get really sluggish and be barely moving. But as long as the oxygen is going strong, they're going to be wriggling around and trying to escape the limelight. They don't like all the attention, you know. They're kind of private creatures. But I decided that once the first maggot turns into a fly and hatches up out of this jar, then I'm going to consider this high meat ready. And I'm going to chow down. But until then, enjoy your feast, little buddies. I'm looking forward to this. This is getting good. We're almost there. See the little red and the black dots? Those are the maggots that have started to pupate into flies. They should be hatching soon. Can't wait. It's almost dinner time. It's almost time. Next opportunity. We're finishing this video up. There's looked at a couple old pictures of this steak and there's not quite as much of it left. I think my little buddies have had their fill. So my high meat is estimated at 4 months old now. I kind of lost track of time on this one, but a week ago I left the lid off and replaced the lid with this cool little piece of cloth and a rubber band. So it's had a week of solid fresh air and it got kind of dried out. All the maggots have started turning into flies. None of them have successfully turned into flies. I don't think that being in a jar of high meat was conducive for their transformation. I think most of them went into the pupating state and kind of failed, so we haven't really gotten any flies out of this jar. But this is where we're at now. Let's see. Oh yeah, the bottom of it is still really gooey, and see there's still some live ones in there. Cool little maggot going on right there. There's some more. Yeah, they're happy. They're in here in this sludgy bacterial slime, just enjoying life and having a good old time. Maggots love high meat too. There's another guy. Drop a comment and tell me how many maggots you can count on this piece of high meat. Yeah. And then got a special treat for whatever goodness is left in the bottom of this jar, because this is all going down tonight. I'm not taking a little nibble. We're just going to eat the entire steak. Yeah, so got about 16 ounces of beef blood from work today, from all the meat cutter. The chef was cutting a bunch of beef and saved me all the fat scraps, and I took all the beef blood. See all the globules of fat in there? We're gonna dump this blood in here. and mix it up and use it to get all the goodness out of this jar. But I'm not gonna drink it yet. We're gonna wait until after the high meat is eaten and then use this to wash it down. That way we get everything. Because we ain't fooling around tonight.
Hi, I'm Benioso, and I'm here talking about high meat. It's my first time ever taking a look at high meat, and I mean, the smell isn't that bad like they say. Also, and I'm here for my first time experience high meat. I mean, for the looks of it, I mean, it was juicy. Not that dry, but still juicy and good, to be honest. It doesn't smell bad as they would say or think. I don't know, I want to see how this is going to work out or play out. Can't wait.
Oh yeah, are you gonna taste any of this today?
Maybe not, maybe not.
Maybe just touch it with the tip of your finger and put it on the tip of your tongue, and you don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't know how to distinguish that taste, but it's not bad.
A lot of people will say it tastes like cherries or cherry wine.
I mean, that's acquiring taste, to be honest. Maybe.
Did it come anywhere close to anything like that?
Not so much.
No, I didn't think so.
Not so much.
A lot of people have a lot to say about high meat, but yeah, look at this. Look at this stuff. Now this is the side that was in the bottom of the jar, and it stayed really moist. So let's put this baby over. Look at the dry side. See what's going on over here. Yeah. See, this is the side with all the Now remember what this steak looked like when I first got it. It has disintegrated a lot since then. These little maggots have really gone to town here. They've been in like heaven. All right, let's chow down. Brought some gloves because I don't want to stink up my hands, because that would also stink up my steering wheel on the way home and just be nasty. So hopefully the only thing we stink up today will be my face. And this old board that I got off a pallet that I busted up, I'm gonna use that as my plate because it's a disposable plate. Who knows what kind of chemicals and treatment they used on this board, but way better than styrofoam, right? So right now I'm just gonna cut it into little pieces. Might cut a maggot in half. Sadly, all the maggots that are left are the really little ones. I don't have any big, nice, large maggots in here to show you. This is going to be cool because we're going to have all these dead maggot bodies too. The tough, gristly parts of the meat. They're still tough.
I can see.
When I made that tuna into high meat, it just completely disintegrated.
No way, you did tuna into high meat?
Now, if you need to focus, just tap on the screen and it will focus on whatever you tap on. Like if it gets fuzzy.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and take a look at this guy. Yeah? Mm-hmm. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come up here.
You got it.
Yummy. Tasted like high meat. There's quite a few little baby maggots in here. Not baby, but they're in the first, like, third of their maggot life. I'm saved him. He almost got away. I'm gonna start dropping these maggots into the blood because they're escaping, and that's not good because this is dinner. Yeah, get back in here. Drop these suckers down. These poor little bastards. They don't want to be around.
They don't want to get eaten.
They don't want to be around right now. But I want them around. Because I'm excited about this. It's going to be horrendous. Most likely. I was in the raw paleo forum on the internet there. Mm-hmm. And a fellow was talking about how he was making some high meat, but it didn't go as well as the last batch because it got mold all over it. I'm not too worried about mold. Not that I can tell you any scientific evidence or blah 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 on mold, but this meat was moldy. I ate the fuzziest part of it while it was moldy. I didn't do anything about it. I just left it in the jar and let the bacteria take over, and the mold kind of seemed to go away. And you know, I'm happy with this. I get in on this piece so you can see this little bugger crawling around on there. You got it focused real good? Mm-hmm. First bite, y'all. I bite it a couple times to get my saliva on it, and then I just pretty much swallow it the fuck down. The taste is not horrendous, like the tuna was. The tuna was like, BAM! Oh. The taste is pretty strong though.
Yeah?
Yeah. Kind of glad I aired it out for like a week before this.
Oh shit.
So, this high meat is inundated with aerobic bacteria. Oh, something went pop. That was one of the little maggots that went into his transformation stage. I just bit into that and it went right between my teeth. That was pretty cool. Look at him squirming around. He's like, I don't want to be here. He knows what's in store for him. I can feel the back of my throat start to spice up now as the bacteria, yes, it is quite spicy. Oh, woo! I really want to explain this flavor to you guys. But I wouldn't know how to begin. This is not a super fancy steak either. I got this from a restaurant. From my coworker, he gave me a leftover steak. It was gonna be turned into chicken fried steak. I had a better idea. Woo! God damn. Now zoom on in here. See, I got all the dead maggots and some of the pods. This is going to be my next bite. Not worried about maggots. I live in the city. Who knows what these flies were living on before they got to my meat? Now, pretty much just swallowing this stuff best I can.
Literally no chewing, no just swallowing it.
I chew it minimally.
Okay.
Pretty much just enough to see the tough spots, to get it lined up,
yeah.
Get it coated with saliva so it shoots down the old gullet real easy.
I feel that.
If you got any questions, Benito, go ahead and throw them out there.
Okay. I do the
I'm
same.
definitely not getting any pussy tonight. And this will be my final test where I'll be able to tell if high meat actually gets you high. Yes. Just gotta talk yourself into swallowing each bite. There's what he's in there.
That's what I do with my veggies. Minimum chew, all water.
Same water. Glad you didn't bring your girlfriend up here. That would have fucked up everything up.
This guy. You got it there, you got it there.
Yes. Sometimes you got to do the countdown. Another one trying to get away. Get in there. You're going down too.
It's painful for them.
How many of these poor little buggers got cut in half while I was chopping up this meat?
Plenty of them?
Who knows? Derek Nance.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Derek Nance. You are the man that inspired me to make the maggoty high meat. And that was before I saw your Barcroft interview video. Yeah. Somebody told me that you had eaten some high meat with maggots in it, and it was some of the best high meat you had ever tried. I didn't actually see it come from your mouth, but just hearing about it, I was like, I gotta try this. Don't smell my burps. God dang. It's exciting, but it's also like lots of trepidation. Is that the right word? It's like, do I really want to do this? Yes, hell yes I want to do this, but that little indoctrinated angel on your shoulder that is like, no, please don't do it. But we've tuned him out like years ago, so.
You gotta follow your lead.
Ooh. I'm getting bored of high meat. Oh, that's a terrible joke, right? I know nobody's laughing, whatever. Oh, got on my nose. Now my nose stinks. Ugh. This meat was kept outdoors the entire time. Here in Houston, Texas, it's summertime. How hot is it outside, Benny?
90 something?
Yeah.
Close to 100?
I was mowing the lawn the other day, sweating buckets.
Oh,
I keep my high meat in the shade. I try not to let direct sun hit it, because that would be death for my little maggot homies.
So you're telling me once you get home, nothing happens. You're gonna be like nothing. You're just chilling, relaxing.
We're gonna find out. That's why I taught you how to work the station, Benny. So that way, if I die, no biggie.
Fuck that. Nowhere near.
Fucking you can handle it.
So she think.
Woo! Woo! Got her dang! Woo! Yeah, this is the stuff right here.
You're just missing the A1 sauce.
That would take away from the flavor.
For real?
I don't like sauces, man.
Ah, alright.
I'm a Texas Southern guy. You know?
Also,
I don't put sauce on my meat, because my meat tastes good to begin with. Them Yankee boys, they need barbecue sauce, steak sauce, and all that other crap on their meat. Not me. I like my meat to be meat. Ooh, goddamn. Last piece.
there you go. It didn't take you about, in total, like 15, 14 minutes to do the whole thing.
Well, I did lie, all right. I do like other kinds of sauces. This is the original steak sauce, blood. It comes in the meat already. God put it there. We didn't have to have some satanic chef cook up food, altering the way God put it here on earth for us to consume because it wasn't good enough. Right?
Yeah.
Bullshit. God knew what he was doing. If we were meant to eat cooked food, then God would have made animals already cooked to begin with. Oh. Hang. It did taste like a regular old blood from the package when I first got it, but now it's mixed with the high meat schmegma. Oh God, it's actually not bad.
I mean, it looks like cranberry juice.
Oh. I want to get them little buggies. I want to leave them behind.
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly.
You're not gonna, man, yeah, you didn't spill no blood, no meat, nothing.
Nah, man, I ain't like those retarded professional eaters that just spill food all over the place and say they ate 10 pounds. Are you gonna drink some of this blood?
No.
All right. Then.
Maybe some other time. Next time. Rain check.
Oh.
No drops.
Almost gagged. Almost gagged on the last sip. That was the sip with all the chunks in it. Oh God, okay. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Yeah.